sharpened up the tools, and I'm also ready to start to mark for the tenon, or the recess, recess. I close the jaws down until that gap there, this is a Vic Mark chalk, is roughly 1/8 of an inch. Then it's perfectly round there. I'm going to get a perfect grip all the way around. If that was too large, if they were opened up more, I would be gripping more on the top. I want a good grip all the way around, so I'm measuring there. We're going to come to the piece. I'm going to switch the piece on. I'm going to scribe with the left leg and match up with the right leg. So basically what I'm doing is looking to see that this, the center, is roughly in the center of these 2 points, and I scribe with the left leg. Just use that to match up. Do not let that right leg touch. If it does, these will fling out of your hand and stick in your neck. So switch that on. Look how I'm supporting it. I'm not resting it on the tool rest. I can't feel what's happening. I'm not holding them in that position. It's trailing. So eyeball. In time you get it right first time. There we go. So scribe with the left leg. It matches up with the right leg. Absolutely. So there's the recess. This is the size of the foot that I want. I want a nice foot for it to sit on. That gives me enough room to get the slight curve, the slight lift, and then the curve in the piece that I want. So let's see if that interferes with anything on the piece. No, it's clear of everything. So I'll have the recess there, my foot there, then move the tool rest to here, and I'm going to start to form the outside curve. Excellent. So move this out of the way. And first tool, parting tool. We will put a slight recess on that, and also the angle, the dovetail. So I'm going to move the tool rest over to here. There we go. I want to be working more about where the stem is, not on the ends of the tool rest. That will cut on the center line nicely. So let's switch this on. One. Two. That one should be a little deeper. So I'll do that now. Take it all down to one level. 3 cuts. All down to that nice one level. And then we can take the parting tool out, put the bowl gouge in, then we can cut the rest of that away. Another cut here. You know what, that's about 1/8 of an inch. I want this one about 3/16. Perfect. There, just going to switch that off. One moment, make sure everything's nice and clean. Yes, it is. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Parting tool sharpened at an angle, slight angle. If I turn it this way and push it in square at the front, it automatically cuts the dovetail that I want, and it matches the dovetail of my Vic Mark chuck. Right, that should be spot on. Push that in square. There we go, nice clean cut right into the corner. We'll be reworking the foot later. I've got a little design that I use to finish the foot off. I'll show you that also. A little high spot. Can't stress how important it is to be vigilant about your holding point. It makes a huge difference as to how accurate the piece runs. So, take that out, put the parting tool back in, make a reference cut here. go, that's established the foot. That's the recess where the piece is going to sit. It's approximately a third of the diameter, so that should give the piece a lot of balance. I'm going to switch that off, move the tool rest over to here, do a draw cut to get rid of all this wood here down to that step. All that wood's waste wood, so I'll get it down to that step, then I know exactly what I've got left thickness wise to get the curve into it. So move that to there. That's fine. You can start to see some of the grain in that. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So let's make these cuts. Take it all the way across and off so you don't get a little build-up of wood at the end. Close it down, just get into that section. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust the tool rest. Yeah, maybe another cut. Yeah, another cut down there. I'm going to do that other cut, move the tool rest, and then we're going to start to form the outside shape. I'm going to be using the tip of the tool, the draw cut. Just the tip. And I'm holding the tool in 3 places. 1, 2, 3 in my hip. That gives me a lot of control. Right foot forward, left foot back, and just lean back. You've got all the control you need. The tool becomes part of you. Excellent. So I'm going to move the tool rest, make a cup of tea, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. This is dry as a bone and I'm choking. Okay, so I've set the tool rest to where I want. Again, exactly the same cut as I'm doing there. Just the tip, the first eighth to a quarter of an inch of the tip of the tool, not in the wing. The flute's not too open, you're going to get a catch there. Don't have it open more than 45 degrees, or here 1030, tip of the tool, and I'll just show you there. You can see the part of the tool that I'm cutting with, and you change the size of the cut by the amount of pressure you put on, not by how much of the wing you expose. It's very difficult to control a large cut. It's easier to control smaller cuts. So tip of the tool, same cut, draw cuts across here. What I'm probably going to do is take about, I don't know, half there to a 45 degree chamfer. I'm going to move the camera so you can start to see me shape the outside of the piece and the shape that I'm looking for. Again, it's just on 600 actually. That is getting much more balanced. I'm just going to change over tools. Yeah, great. That's going to cut out. That's going to cut out. There may, on this outside, there may be a slight indent in the side of the piece. I don't mind that. What I don't want is a hole. I would stop before I put a hole in it. It just wouldn't. I just don't feel it would look right. I'm going to move the tool rest a little closer. Few more cuts, and then I'll stop and we'll change the camera angle for you. See if that needs that speed a little faster now. No, not yet. 650. Taking quite big, heavy cuts there. Move the tool a little closer. It's getting more balanced though. Labouring slightly because it's not that fast, and I'm not used to that, but it's all I have to do is take steady cuts and keep the tool sharp. Let me see, one more. Okay, that's fine. We're going to change the camera angle and I'm going to start to wear a lot of the weight's out of it now. I'm going to start to form that outside curve, put the little lift on, get rid of that flat, put a little curve, a lift, and then start to form the outside curve. We've changed the angle so you can start to see how I'm going to form the curve. As I said, I want a little kind of lift here and then go into a nice smooth curve up to the if I find the top of the rim, say the top of the rim is there, that dark line, so there's the top of the rim. So I've got an idea in my mind, all I've got to do is remove the wood to the shape I want. Okay, so here we go. Switch that on. A lot more balance now. Yeah, I've eased the speed up, I'm on 760. To get to where I want to be, which is in that section there, I've got to remove some of this. You might have just seen it or heard the tool move slightly, and it was right there, and that's where, if I switch it off, where there's still a slight burr, exactly there, soft area there, soft area there, soft area there. The tool in those points wants to just do this for a split second. So, getting into the area that I want, into here, to get that little return curve. Just watching where that curve, I can imagine it going through here, heading kind of up to that section there. It may even go too quickly, so again, but when I put this curve in, that will make a difference. That will give me some of the room back. Yeah, try to get this a little faster now. Is that not quite 1,000? 860. Start to see that little return curve forming. Take that corner off. Right, we're going to leave that there. I like that little lift. Again, it just lifts a piece. Then we're going to go into that nice soft curve. I'm going to switch the tool, switch the piece off. Yeah, looks like we're going to get rid of most of the burl. I don't mind that. That's part of it. Good. Move the tool rest to here. Adjust that. Make sure everything's nice and tight. We're going to start to remove this section here to get down to the curve that I want. And all the cuts I'm making, I'm looking at the profile. I can see what I'm cutting when I'm cutting it. Just working back down to this curve here, and just adjust the tool rest slightly. Taking smaller, more vigilant cuts. Still a bit more to go. Just going to stop and have a look. That grain is absolutely unbelievable. I like the fact that it's tight there, and then as I turn it around, it starts to open up. That makes a huge difference. So let me just get a diamond hone here. Put on the heel, bring it around onto the flat of the bevel, then just a slight tip and a small circular motion. You can hone your tool several times before you go back to the grinder. I like to give it a few sweeps on the inside. This will put an edge on this tool very quickly. Good. If you look carefully in the light, you'll see a new shiny line where the diamond cut the metal away. Okay, so there's a little high spot there. I need to take that from there. High spot here, high spot there, high spot there. But yeah, definitely one nice big long cut across here. Blend that section in. Then I'm going to start to break down the curve and look at where the high spots are. Can I get this a little faster? Yeah, fraction. Right, what I'm going to do now is move the tool rest back to there, get this section right. There's a little bit of a high spot in there, blend it into here, then move the tool rest back to get the right angle on the tool to get that last curve. So just gently into there. One more. Just adjust that tool rest. Look at the angle of my body to the work. I'm going to show you the cuts in just a moment. Let me get this profile correct. Spot there, small one here. So basically what I'm looking for is that slight return curve there which lifts it then into that lovely soft curve. I want this piece to feel ergonomic. The grain's beautiful. I wasn't interested in all those spikes on the outside. I want this to be a bowl that somebody could be using in a couple of 100 years time. Right, just while the camera's there, I'm going to move the tool rest around to here and make a few cuts. Show you the position of the tool, tip of the tool, a few cuts down here to square this up so I know exactly where the rim's going to be, so I then make sure that the curve on this outside matches the rim, or where at least the rim starts on the inside. Yeah, there's still a little high spot there, but I'm gonna do this and then bring the camera around so you can see exactly how I'm using the tool to get the best finish I can. I'm going to show you a few different cuts on here.